You still broke, you ain't back. No strings attached, that's a rack, that's a rack. No strings attached, that's
Yo, let's go, man. Let's get it. It's Wednesday night, no strings attached. We back. God dang it, we back. Welcome. We're gonna have a good time tonight, man. We're gonna be all over the map. Y'all know on this show we talk about relationships and the culture. Y'all jump on up in here. Shoot out that link, Mo, if you have. I mean, not the link, but the.
Oh, damn! You show right.
Yeah. Shoot out that Mo. You dig? Let's get that out, man. What's up to everybody, man? Y'all know how we give it up. We allow everybody that comes on this show to express themselves in their most organic state. We do not, we don't censor our chat. You know what I'm saying? But we do clap back if you get in there talking too crazy. You dig what I'm saying? So don't think you're gonna get up in here talking reckless. Tonight, man, we're gonna be a little bit all over the map because we want to talk about being submissive in relationships. We're gonna talk about that. But we also got to talk about Sesame Street tonight, or Sesame Place. We're gonna get there too. Mo hasn't seen these viral videos, so we're gonna get into that about Sesame Place, Sesame Street, whatever it was, man. But if you have not already, hit the thumbs up button, rate, comment, subscribe. We do appreciate it. To all of our listeners that listen on the podcast section, wherever it is that you find your podcast, whether it's on Spotify or Google or Apple, whatever it is, man, check us out over there. No Strings Attached. The international audience has been growing over there, and just our listenership in general on the audio podcast has been growing. So we definitely appreciate that. Let's go, man. Let's get it tonight. Let's introduce who we got in here tonight. We got Miss Parker here tonight. We got a name change. She didn't win full name change. What up? AKA Amber, AKA Hey Chanel.
Hey, and no, I have not seen that movie, so please, no joking about that. Thank you.
All right, we'll keep the jokes to a minimum. We got Shouty Mo, AKA Moneybag Mo.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back on a Wednesday night. I'm not gonna do too much talking because we're about to get into that right now. So just enjoy the show and have fun.
Y'all tap in. Send it to a friend who sent it to a friend. You dig? And this man does his own intro. JC, let's go.
Que lo que mi gente, pues todo en la casa es lo que hay. Boom.
All that we've missed that. Right? We've all grown to miss that. Let's go here though, because we don't know how long we're gonna have JC tonight, and I want to get JC's thoughts and comments on this. Let's talk being submissive in a relationship, right? First, can we start here? Can we give everybody's? And I know Amber wants to go to the white man's dictionary. We'll go there in a minute, Amber. Damn. But can we just get everybody's individual definition of submission? Can we do that first? Just what your individual is. Go ahead, Mo, because Mo smiled the biggest when I said that. Everybody else
I'm trying to think of how I would define submission. I think I would define it as just, being willing to, in a sense, cater or, do for someone else without really, I guess, my definition is not needing to be asked to do it, okay, or told to do it. It's like you're doing these things because of something, but I guess that could change. Whatever, I don't know. That's how I define myself.
I was supposed to hit this when I heard that word and I missed it. Damn it, Mo.
What? I'm dead.
Okay. I knew I was gonna say that, and I had it ready to go, and I missed it. Damn it! Talk to me, Amber. What's your definition of submission?
I feel like you're just, to me, what it means to me. This is Amber's definition.
Well, that's what we asked for. Go ahead.
Shut up. It is me letting my guards down and letting my man lead.
Period. Oh, that's a great definition.
Most that's a great definition. Okay, let's go, JC.
It's tending to someone else's or your significant others, rather said, feelings and emotions and whatever other need they may have before yours.
Okay. I like that definition too. Wow, great answer. I feel like I'm on Family Feud.
God damn, Mo. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that's gonna be on the board.
I'm dead.
100 men.
Right. I wanted to get that before we get into some stuff, right? Talking about submission, right? Because how does it look? How does it work in a relationship? I want to play because I got a couple of clips I want to play. I want to play something from I think it's Cam Newton's girlfriend, and then I also want to play something recently from T.D. Jakes that I think kind of applies to this, to what the black folks pastor T.D. Jakes had to say, the black man's pastor, goddamn it.
Come on, Bishop.
You know, so but how does it look like okay, everybody defined it, but how does that like how does it work, right? Like, what do? Do you just listen to what a motherfucker say and you do it? Like, how does that, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you put it into practice, I guess, so to speak? Everybody gave these cool ass eloquent definitions and it sounds good until I say, hey, Amber, what I'm gonna need you to do is take your check. I need you to take 75% of that. Go ahead and put that in the savings account. I need you to take the other 20, and then all of a sudden I'm gonna get a bunch of whys and what foes.
No, it depends on what type of. To me, it depends on what type of man you have. Okay. I've never felt like I could be submissive and, thrive in my feminine side because
Easy for you to say. I'm just messing with you. Go ahead.
Because I'm not gonna let nobody lead me off a cliff. Like, so with this one that I have, I can let that down and I can listen and let him lead because he's not leading me off no cliff. It's more of a partnership. It's not just telling somebody what to do. That's not what it is. It's just you working together and I can actually be the woman in the relationship.
Talk to me, JC.
I can shut the fuck up. This is the first man that made me shut the fuck up, okay?
Well, salute to him because Lord knows, no disrespect. I've wanted to say, no, I'm paying.
You for real, talk your shit because you're right. You definitely right.
You're talking, Jesus Christ. No, I mess with you. But JC, okay, so from a man's perspective, JC, so did anybody define this with the submission? I think you were kind of saying it's a linear thing. It goes both ways, JC. Am I right?
Submissive, yeah. To be submissive is to, again, tend to somebody's other than yours necessities and wants and needs and all that stuff, right? To be submissive, it takes a lot of character. It takes a lot of commitment. It takes a lot of selflessness because you're not doing this for you anymore. You're doing it for someone else. So whether it's a significant other, whether it's your kids, you know what I'm saying? And I say it respectfully when I say your kids, because obviously they don't run us, but we brought them into the world. They didn't bring us, you know what I'm saying? So we tend to them. We cater to them, right? There's not their responsibility to be with us. Come on, man. Yeah.
Okay. Let me play this real quick. I'm gonna play this, and y'all tell me what y'all think about this. I think this is Cam Newton's girlfriend or wife or baby mama or something. She with Cam Newton. I don't know what they classify, how they categorize each other. So let's play this young lady, and we'll come back. Oh shit! Hold on, my bad.
What does a submissive woman do for her man?
Everything.
What does that mean?
You know, like packing his bag, unpacking his bag, just making sure all the things that he wants. And I pretty much read his mind. So it's like, if I know you and I study you, like I know how you are in the morning. I know how you are about midday. I know when you're in this mood, what you need. Like before you can ever ask me for something, I'm already on it. I mean, he's spoiled.
Okay. Oh, my bad.
And you know, when I talk to my girlfriends about it, I was like, "Oh, how are you guys doing?" And I'm just like, "Girl, he's rotten." I'm like, "He's spoiled rotten. Like he's rotten." But I love that. Like I want him to be there. I think my biggest flex is how I treat my man.
There you go, a queen right there, ladies and gentlemen. What do we think about that? Lionel just jumped in here too. What up, Lionel?
What's up, y'all?
What do we think about her? About I mean, listen, this is her personal definition of it. Is it doing a little too much, or is it, that's what it's giving what it's supposed to do?
Nah, listen, I have to agree with Mrs. Parker on this one. If like she said, if homeboy is really leading her into greener pastures, then hey, take it. You know what I'm saying? Just take it. So if she's willing to do that, it's because he's doing something right. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I can tell you what he's doing right, sir. He's bringing home a $200 million contract. I can tell you exactly what the fuck he's doing right.
Hey, will you complain?
He's bringing home 200 million. So, you know, I got 200 million. I got to unpack my bag. What type of relationship is this? The fuck?
Like, you are a grown ass man. The fuck out of here. Unpack your shit and stop playing with me. You know, I might do your laundry with, you know, I'm doing laundry. Okay, period. Come bring that shit over here. But damn, you could do something. And you know, I've been watching that Mama's Boy show, so I'm definitely not trying to be nobody's mama. Like, that's what it sounds like to me. And I mean, that is her form of submission, and that's absolutely okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's her. That's not for me. I'm okay. Like, I have my own form of submission. Mine is more so like how Amber is, because I am more, you know, I'm used to being independent. I'm used to being on my own and just handling everything. So like, my form of submission is allowing my man to lead, allowing him to take those roles that he is strong in, you know what I'm saying? Like, and taking us somewhere with that. But I have to be able to just like submit and be like, all right, like, I don't have to fight him, be head to head with him, like on shit like that, you know, all the time. Like, you know, you can definitely speak up, but just let a man lead sometimes. You know, like, definitely, I feel like that's necessary. Like, not only for them, but for you. Like, really for you. Like, let them do something for you too, girl. Shit.
Yeah, and I think also a lot of people got to hear this, and they're not gonna like it, but I hear it, right? As a breadwinner, you have to understand when to be submissive yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because again, you know, you have your spouse at home, and you know she has needs too. He has needs too. And you're not just gonna come home and demand things just because you're the breadwinner. You know what I'm saying? You got to cater to her needs or his needs as well. So as the breadwinner, you have to be submissive as well.
So you think that guy is being submissive to her in his own way, the one who's packing the bags and everything? So what is his form of submission? That's what I'm kind of like trying to understand the dynamic here. So just everything is being provided to her. That's what it is. Like,
well,
on the first and 15th, when the NFL checks hit, the hell? When them checks hit, what are we talking about? Go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying I wouldn't know what his form of submission is because I'm not him. I don't know what the relationship consists of. But I can tell you in my house, you know, I listen to my lady. I listen to her, and you know, we have talks, and it's uncomfortable sometimes, but you have to be willing to have those uncomfortable talks in order to get somewhere. You know what I mean? Because if not, you're gonna stay stuck forever.
See, y'all are making this submission thing sound a little too simple. Let me bring in Jill Scott. Hold on, let me find Jill Scott real quick, because Jill Scott talked about submission at one point, and Jill had this to say about if you want Jill Scott to be submissive to you. Hold on, where Jill baby at? There she go.
And who wants that? Nobody wants that. I'll end up doing that and feel bad about it, and
leaving the person and then crying and
then you're like, I'm dating a bitch ass, and I'm like,
why?
No respect.
Why?
They forget you from Philly sometimes.
I say it like this: if you can tell me what to do, then you can tell me what to do. But if you can't tell me what to do, you can't tell me what to do.
Damn,
does that make sense?
I want to tweet that, but it ain't gonna sound the same. They got to change it.
There you go. Talk that shit, Jill. So see now you got.
But that's still, to me, almost the same thing.
Well,
if you can tell me what to do, you can tell me what to do.
But that sounds very, I don't know. It sounds very confrontational, guys.
No, she just said it right. If my man can't tell me what to do and it lead me to a good situation, then he can't tell me what to do. But if he can tell me what to do and he can lead us to the green pasture, as JC said, then he can tell me what to do.
But sometimes though, when you're under somebody's lead, sometimes you may not see the vision at first. You may not understand what I'm telling you right now. Sometimes you got to wait for it to come to fruition. You can't see what I'm seeing out there. You can't see it yet. Sometimes you just got to like Goldie said on the mat. You got to believe in me, baby. You got to believe what I'm telling you is for the best.
I ain't seen that movie, so.
Oh, Jesus Christ, you got to get your black card revoked. But I'm just saying, though, sometimes you just got to listen, though. This is like, you know, let me quarterback this shit. Talk to me, Lionel. What say you? Lionel was late in here. What's good, Lionel?
What's good, family? I feel like y'all are hitting the mark like hitting really important parts. My like take on like submissiveness really is like I see it as like a dance, like a dance. Like if you're dancing with a person or a woman or a man, whoever you're dancing with, like if you're like there's points that you're gonna lead based on like based on the song, maybe based on the dance style. Like there's a time for you to lead, but then like there may be another song where like, oh shit, that's totally their strong suit, and like let them lead, follow that lead, follow how they're moving. And that's really like the dance of submission is what are we talking about? And like in terms of what specifically for me, I had to recognize that I have to submit in a way that's because I'm the kind of a person I definitely get what I want, and like I'm really headstrong about the things that I want out of life, and like that may leave a little less space for another person, you know. So I have to be very intentional about saying, hey, be submissive when it comes to your desires, and like listen to her and whatever the fuck like she might feel, like be submissive to like her feelings, because I can be empathetic and I can be thinking, hey, that's small to me, keep it pushing. Like that's the way that I have to submit. And then like she would be able to tell you a whole different form of like what submission looks like for her. But that's our dance and our relationship, and like that would look so different next door potentially. So I just see it like as dance, and it's so elusive and it's ever changing, but it's extremely important. Like otherwise you're stepping on toes, you're tripping a bit, you're dropping to her when it was supposed to be a dip, you know?
No, I'm with you. No, I'm with you on that. But what's up? Naomi just jumped in. What up, Naomi?
Hey, y'all.
Most of the time when let's be honest, most of the time when we hear submission, we hear it. And JC, I know you're gonna jump in from a biblical perspective and tell me what it is, or if it isn't, from off the mark. But most of the time we hear about submission, we hear about a woman being submissive to a man's leadership. Most of the time.
Right.
Most of the time. Now, again, I think the way that I don't know. So that's what I'm saying. Like most of the time it's like, yo, I'm the lead, you know, I'm just giving an example. The women gonna get mad at me. I'm the leader of this. I would like for you to submit to my leadership, but I also have a form of submission, right? But are we saying like
with the ego? Because even saying I have a form of submission, that's like you like.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just trying to give what like I think I typically hear from men when they're alluding to submission is that like, yo,
ego.
Like I'm the motherfucker. What's the song they had by y'all don't know Jagged Edge songs? Goddamn it, Jagged Edge had a song though. Go ahead though, JC. My bad.
So when you speak about a biblical perspective, when the Bible says a woman has to be submissive to her man, it's because when they say that the woman and the man become one, the Bible tells the woman to respect her husband, right? There's no and it says for the husband to love his wife, right? So the reason why it says be submissive is because he's telling, I know you can love, but you're going to have to learn to respect him and be submissive to him. Now, that doesn't mean to sit there and take abuse. It just means to sit there, listen, and come together as one and do your part in making the relationship better. That's what being submissive means, biblically speaking. You know what I'm saying? So it's not about sitting there taking an abuse or you got to sit there and listen to him and do as he says because he's the man. No. When the Bible says respect your man, it means be submissive to the point where you both can sit down, come to agreements, and know how to push the relationship forward.
Talk that talk, JC. God damn it. Break it down. Break down the word.
I'm about to pass the plate. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Don't play with me.
I got the line.
JC said he's here and he's here to collect.
And I'm like, let me pass it on to the next person. Don't got it this Sunday. Don't got it this Wednesday.
I got the communion.
I'm dead.
What'd you say, Amber? Go ahead.
I like both of those videos, but I feel like Jill Scott's video was catered towards single women. And they took it and ran with what she was saying instead of really listening to what she was saying. Because I hear a lot of single women are calling Cam Newton's girlfriend dumb and stuff like that. But I get where Cam Newton's girlfriend is coming from, even though she's just a girlfriend. Hey, that's whatever. But my thing of it is, you know, my husband works a lot of hours. I want to make his lunch. I cook him dinner. I wash his clothes. Like, to me, that's not just me, like, just doing stuff like that. That to me, that's a form of being submissive. But I feel like Jill Scott was more of catered to, so all those single women, yeah, like can't nobody tell me what to do and had that stuff like that. And then on the other end, they was like, no, like he can do all that himself. And I get where she's saying he's spoiled, because I just called my husband spoiled earlier today when I was making his plate. You know what I'm saying? But it was in a joking way. It's because I like to do that. That, to me, that is how I feel like I'm being submissive to my man, like taking care of him because he works long hours and I'm here all day.
We only got JC. Hold on, Jay. We only got you for a little bit of time. I know you got to go in a little bit, but I do want to play that. I want to get everybody's thoughts on this, and I got to get your thoughts on this, JC, before you got to take off. And shout out to Tiffany in the chat. I see you. Tiffany said, I have no issues being submissive to a man that can actually lead. Okay, a lot of exclamation marks and everything.
And that's a fact.
Here we go. Here's what T.D. Jakes had to say about you goddamn modern women. Let's go, Pastor.
This breaks all sociological orders of the culture we're living in now, because we are raising up women to be men.
Come on.
Let's go, Pastor.
No, Bishop.
You are not applauded for your femininity. You are applauded in the contemporary society by how tough, rough, nasty, mean, aggressive, hateful, possessive you are, and you are climbing the corporate ladder, but we are losing our families. I know you can buy your own car. I know you can buy your own house, but until you create a need that I can pour into, I have no place in your life. So stop coming home bragging to me about how much you don't need me and wonder why I shy away.
Preach, preacher. God damn it. Let's go, T.D. Jakes.
Come on, Bishop. Hey, listen, I want to, can I start?
Okay, go ahead.
I want
me ass nigga. Go ahead.
I want to abound on what Bishop said, because that's one of my go-to guys, right? So I agree 100% with that. And listen, I'm all for women independence. I'm all for women, being their own person, being, again, independent. Sorry for the redundance. Being, doing their own things, but the way, and again, if I get flack for it, whatever, I don't care. But the way the woman was designed was to receive, and the man was designed to give, right? Women were designed to receive what man brings back, because he is the provider, right? Now, I agree with women independence, but in order for a man to feel like a man, there has to be a need within the woman. And if she can't provide that need, then what are we here for? You know what I'm saying? Now, now I'm also with the fact that I don't want a woman to need me. I want a woman to want me, because if she wants me, then I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But if she needs me, now we're going to have some issues, because we're going to be clashing, because now I don't, as a man, I'm not going to tell you that I meet all the needs of my women, but no. Woman.
That was plural.
Woman. I said woman. All right. Well, women, because I got my wife, I got my daughter, I got my mom, I got, you know what I'm saying?
I like what you did there. Oh, he a real player.
JC.
He a real player. He a real player. Go ahead.
I'm just saying. But in order for the relationship to work, the man has to give. The man has to give, and the woman receives. You give a woman a seed, she gives you a kid. You give a woman a house, she gives you a home. You give a woman groceries, she makes you a meal. That's all in how you give a woman attitude. She's gonna give it right back. That's just the design of it. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. That's why we had to get JC up in. Let's go to Naomi, because she ain't been in on all this and all the shenanigans thus far.
I kind of missed the first.
Before we get to Naomi, though, Crystal in the chat said, I say this all the time, multiple exclamation marks behind the word time. They raise women to be strong and independent, and they spoil the hell out of the men.
Hey, hold on. Before you go, Naomi, I'm sorry. But my wife said this because Bishop, a lot of men are weak now, and someone has got to do it. I agree. I agree.
I have a couple of perspectives as far as
Okay,
that.
hold on. Let's go to Naomi first, and then we're gonna get to all of the perspectives from Moneybag Mo. Let's go, Naomi.
Like how I feel about submission.
Yeah, and also,
should women be submissive in relationships? Yes, I think that women should submit to their man, but I think that's something that comes with like a relationship where you can depend on a man, that he can actually be dependent on, and there is still love and respect there. Because I feel like when a lot of men get into the submissive, or when some men get into the submissive conversation, it be some bitch ass niggas who don't need to be given no type of direction. I could see a lame nigga. I could see a lame nigga with my eyes closed. Okay. And so there's a type of man, but I'll tell you, like, there is some men who don't even have to worry about that shit because they are a real stand-up dude. And it's like, of course, yes, you can definitely take the reins. Like, and I can trust in you to like give me some type of guidance, and I can trust in you to be able to give me some different insight on some things. So, but I think it should never just come as a disrespect or a belittling to a woman. Like, and like kind of like what Lionel said, there will be a dance of some sort. It's like there may be times where you need to be submissive to your partner, or you need to be able to like tone down the pride, tone down the ego, so you can hear, like, because that's what a real partnership, if that's what you're looking for. If you're looking for a long-term commitment type thing, it does have to be a partnership, and that's where you're able to be submissive, because you know that, oh, he got my back on this, that, and that. And then when he needs me to have his back, I can have his back on this, that, and that too. So it go hand in hand, I think.
Let's get to the multiple perspectives of Shawty Mo.
Okay, so I've been drinking. I might have forgotten one, but okay. So one thing I was going to talk about was just like, let's really think about the reason why women are being raised independent, and like, I can handle this and I can handle that. You know what I'm saying? First of all, a lot of times that comes from people who have experienced being let down themselves. So I'm going to teach my daughter to not deal with that type of shit. Also, when it comes to submission, let's be real. Submission is, for a lot of people, a form of power. What do we know about power when it comes to human beings? They like to abuse it. You know what I'm saying? So like, when it comes to that type of power, you have to understand that there are probably tons, if not the same or more, people abusing that power. So yes, of course, there may be an abundance more of women who are like, I can do this myself, because you know what? I don't need to subject myself to certain types of abuse or belittling or something, something that makes me less of myself just because I'm submitting to you and I'm here because of you. And I have like, and I think that's the main thing. I think that's like the biggest thing when it comes to women being independent. It's not so much that it's like, and for the women who would just be like, oh, I don't need you, and throw that in people's faces, my standpoint, I never like that type of shit. Cause it's just like, I don't think, necessarily you have to come for someone and make them feel less than you just to feel better. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like being independent. That's really, I mean, from my perspective, like, I don't have to tolerate certain shit because I really don't, you can do more for me than just, the providing part. Like, I need an emotional partner. I need someone who's going to understand me and like listen to me. Like, you have to be able to be, in a sense, like how you want us to be useful to you. Like, you have benefits that come from a woman to a man. Like, a woman needs that too, and it's like, I think that's a lot of where it came from, because when you think about submission and people who were put in these situations and kept going with the man that, just because we're married, I'm gonna stick by him type shit. Like I said, people abuse power. And so that's why I'm saying, like, people will raise their own to be like, I don't want you to go through the same type of shit that I went through. So like, I want you to put up with less, you know what I'm saying? I want you to put up with a lot less than I did. And if that means that, you got to let a man know that a nigga that ain't shit, you know what I'm saying? That, hey, I really don't need you. Like, and that can be a reality, because like, I don't have to tolerate this because, I absolutely just need to cling to you. Like, and I think that's the biggest thing for me anyway, my perspective about it, because that's how I view it. But you can even be in a situation where the man is around and he's in the house and y'all are married and he's still not pulling his weight, you know what I'm saying, and doing what he needs to do. So even if you are raising a two, parent household, it's not necessarily, you might have one parent that's just way more independent. I handle everything and I'm teaching my kids, don't depend on somebody. So it's like there's different situations to it. And I feel like that should tell men, the men that want to speak on it in that sense, that should tell you about the type of results we're getting from men. You know what I'm saying? Like if women are being raised to be independent, then there's something going on the man's side that needs to be looked at and fixed. Like look at yourself. Don't so much say like we need to stop raising these women like this. No, what are you doing to make women feel like we have to make a way to not be able to depend on them? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's definitely, you have to look in the mirror at the end of the day. Like you're projecting those things onto us. That's not our problem you know what I'm saying? All the time. Like, granted, like I said, there are women that are petty about shit. I can't stick up for them necessarily because I don't agree with being petty all the time. But that was my other perspective. So 2 perspectives on that.
Look at Tipsy Mo going on a rant. God damn it!
But
it's hot in here.
I want to attest. I want to. Because I asked myself this question, and ever since my daughter was born, I've always asked myself this question: do I want her to marry a man like me? Because
right.
I have to set the tone. I have to set the tone for my daughter. I got to teach her what it is to be treated like a princess, because I don't want her walking into a relationship where it's all abuse and she says, well, it's okay because this is what I saw from my daddy. Or where she says, this is not right because my father never treated me like that. So I agree with you, Mo. What we and I put the responsibility on the older generation as far as to teaching this new generation.
Leave us old niggas alone.
No, because we gotta be.
You're the reason.
The reason why there's a lot of failures in families is the absence of the father, not the absence of the mother. You don't hear this statistic because moms. It's very rare that a mom would leave their child, right? But the absence of the father is what impacts the relationships of the children moving forward. You know what I'm saying? And the Bible says, I gotta say it. The Bible says, how can the sons return to the father if the father doesn't return to the main father? You know what I'm saying? So we gotta learn that if our vertical relationship ain't right, our horizontal relationships ain't gonna be right. When I say vertical, I'm talking about you and God, and then everybody else around you is the horizontal relationships. You know what I'm saying? And we as men, we got to be present. We got to be very present in our families, in our children, and then in our families. We got to be very involved. I know work is tiring. We get home, we want to sleep. We don't want to deal with anything. But this is your family. This is what you chose to have. So now, as a man, you got to sit there and now work this family because this is your responsibility. You can't just brush it off.
Whoa. Where is Cam Newton's girlfriend at? That's unpacking.
No, we're not playing her clip right now. Look, I actually want to piggyback off of that. Because I recently had this conversation about, thinking, and I can only think from a sense of like future, if I were to have kids and how I would raise my kids. Like I said that there is a difference between taking care of kids and raising kids. Like there's 2 parts to parenting, in my opinion. Like you have to be able to take care of them. Yes. Take care of them physically, make sure they're fed and house them and everything like that. But like also raising them, teaching them morals and values. And I think, when it comes to people who maybe aren't in the house so much, that can get slipped away like a little bit, that you forget that, at some point you do got to step in and raise a little bit too, and really issue some of you into them too, those values that you want in your child. Like it really can't all be up to one parent, in my opinion. So
well, I was raised by my daddy, so my mom was never in my life. And I always tell people, or I used to tell men, my daddy set me up for failure because I don't take anything less than what I feel like a man is supposed to do. So when men used to do the bare minimum type stuff and I would complain about it, they'd be like, oh, well, you just too much or something like that. And that's where, like JC said, it's very rare that yes, I did have a mom leave, but my dad raised me. And I've always said, like, I'll never be able to find somebody as good as my daddy. Like, I'll never be able to. Thank God I did find somebody who is like my dad and has the same morals, values of wanting to be a man, lead family, all of that stuff like that. But I always said that. So it is, JC, like, I'm telling you, like, you are one of the very few men that I've heard say, like, I had a daughter and I wanted to, I thought, like, would I want my daughter being with somebody like me? I really truly believe that a lot of men need to think about that. Or whether you have a son, do I want my son treating a woman like, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, it does come up in the household. Back in the day, our grandmas put up with a whole bunch of stuff. So they had secret families, secret kids, and they stayed there. And it caused a lot of resentment generations down the line. That's where this whole, well, I'm not putting up with that. And a lot of men
exactly
think
where
that's
it
okay.
started.
I've seen a lot of men think that that's okay because they daddy treated their mama like that.
Well, hold on, but we can't go with. We're gonna go to Lionel here in a second, but we can't go necessarily with you and mamas because you didn't call people's mamas ugly on this show. All kinds of stuff.
Amber be going off.
Wait, I have turned over a new leaf. I have a new name. I have a new person. Okay.
Okay.
It's no longer Amber.
We are not focused on the past. We are focused on the now.
My fault. I'm just saying. I thought I can go by. Jump in here though, Lionel. What's good, Lionel?
I feel like, excuse me. So to the point of like raising a woman, ultimately, women are being raised way too like masculine and independent, and like just it's like way too intentional. And like when you put an emphasis on anything, that just fucks it up ultimately. So there's the emphasis on get it out the mud and like don't depend on the man, so that becomes problematic. Ultimately, I feel like examples, like y'all hit the nail on the head. First of all, people need to be able to experience and live and see. Like I was able to see multiple generations of like a woman and a man, husband and wife, like in a unison household, and like the roles that and what that looks like. So that's very important as well, because otherwise you're just shooting from the hip and like trying to like, well, I heard that, like that's crazy. Like it's very important to have the examples in the motherfucking house, like from a baby to the top, like you're with them from 18 years old, and you're watching that and learning like so many different things from that situation. But then I think it's also important to raise like our sons to be like men, to be husbands, and like raise our daughters to be wives, to be women. Like if that's the goal, unless you want them to be on their own. If you want to raise them independent, definitely make sure that they are on the path to not be trying to cross into the holy matrimony of the people, because over here we're trying to assimilate and come as one. If you're out here trying to be so independent, then maybe you should just do that over there, because it definitely takes a piece of like healthy like dependency, and that's okay. Like that's why we aren't just like asexual, like these independent things. Otherwise we'll be on this bitch like plants and we'll just need the sun and that's it. And like it's not the reality. So no, it's very important to like, and I love a woman that's raised to be a wife. Like I love that. But also I've always understood the importance of creating first and foremost, she's not gonna open up. Providing is a thing that people will love to lean on as far as like finance. But it's really like initially and off the top, it's about providing a safe space and a safety net and like a connection that's dependable. Like that's the first thing you provide to a woman, and from there like it's draws off, it's fountains, it's waters, it's lakes, it's babies, it's fruit from there on. But like you have to be able to provide an amount of trust and safety, and from there it's a wrap. But then a woman needs to provide, like be able to show up and like let this man know that he can depend on you, and like you can be a soft spot and you can be peaceful and you can supply this amount of love and interest in him and like support in him as well. Because that's what we're ultimately looking for subconscious. We're peeping and saying like, how you come in?
Yeah, because no, I'm with you on that. I respect everything you just said, because I feel like everything that's been said, and listen, maybe we just got some, obviously we got beautiful women on the show, and clearly it sounds like they are on a very high level that they're speaking on, that their third eyes are all open. But I always hear brothers, a lot of brothers or just men in general say like, yo, bro, it's hard dating a sister because she be wanting this and she be going hard. So let me play this queen one more time for y'all. and then I want to come back and talk about the realities of dating a black woman. But let me play this queen that is in Cam Newton's life. Let's go.
What does a submissive woman do for her man?
Everything.
What does that mean?
You know, like packing his bag, unpacking his bag, just making sure all the things that he wants. And like, I pretty much read his mind. So it's like, if I know you and I study you, like I know how you are in the morning, I know how you are about midday, I know when you're in this mood, what you need. Like before you can ever ask me for something, I'm already on it. I mean, he's spoiled. And you know, when I talk to my girlfriends about it, I was like, oh, how are you guys doing? And I'm just like, girl, he's rotten. I'm like, he's spoiled rotten. Like he's rotten. But I love that. Like I want him to be that. I think my biggest flex is how I treat my man. And
a queen. There we go. Okay.
Hold on. Wait. She said something real key there. She studies her man. You know what Nipsey Hussle said? Y'all know what he
say?
Y'all know what he
What he say, Puerto Rican Prince?
He said, study your queen so much so that you can give her what she wants before she even asks for it.
Okay.
And she's talking about studying her man, where she can read his mind. That is the type of relationship that you want out of both parties. And I've said this before. Relationships are not 50-50. They're not. They're 100%.
Go with this shit, JC.
Hey, I gotta say it. Because a lot of people nowadays, they say, we gotta go 50-50. No, you don't. You gotta go 100%. And if you can go 110, go 110. You know what I'm saying? That is your person. That is
so both parties got to go 100-100.
Both persons got to go 100-100. You can't expect that person.
That's 200 Rolex.
That is 200.
You know,
but if you cut that in half, your half is 100 and my half is 100. So bring your 50 and I'll bring mine. But go ahead.
Nah, you got to go 100%, especially if that's your person. You can't leave that person second guessing. You can't leave that person thinking whether they're worthy or not.
Here's a question for everybody. Because at what point, listen, I believe that the submission, I don't know, everybody else might disagree. When does submission start, right? Does it start after the wedding ceremony? Does it start after y'all make a verbal commitment to each other? At what point does this whole submission thing start?
It would have to be a full-on commitment for me, because that's what I was gonna say when Lionel was talking about I can't remember specifically what he was saying. Amen. I don't remember specifically what he was saying, but there was a time, of course, when women were completely dependent on men. Well, I can't even say that's true, because Black women never really had that freedom, right? Like Black women been in the trenches like the whole time with the Black men as well.
Well, yes. Oh, okay, go ahead.
Yes, like when you think about it, compared to how white women, they didn't have rights to vote or work or do anything like that. Black women and Black men definitely didn't have that shit off top together.
I'm with you, but like I feel like historically, if you go back then, like I feel like I know people gonna talk about the families across town. Okay. But niggas was holding down. Niggas is trying to hold the shit down. No,
I understand.
The same street
that
like
you think it like
or whatever his name was. Same street. His daddy had another family on the same street.
I remember that. That's crazy.
And look how he turned out. So it is generational.
Now, it's definitely it be generational shit like that, because you can say like, oh, he held it down, but what did the Black woman have to go through?
But I don't think
what were these women having to go through? Like, okay, yes, you cut the check, but
we'll always but like I've always felt like Black men always revere Black women. I don't feel like they ever like were in a less than position. Like that's not what I see when I look at the historical record. Like
you don't think that? I mean, Black women are disrespected by Black men every day. Like, what do you mean? Like, even current day today.
I don't think so. Like okay.
Current day today.
What do you mean by disrespect? Talk to me.
Black men hating Black women. Like that's something you can scroll on Twitter and see.
Oh wait, trolls on Twitter.
Huh?
You talking about Twitter trolls?
Not always trolls.
Okay.
I don't know if it's trolls.
But like I said, what Naomi's saying. Remember, I had said something about it was a Caucasian male on TikTok, and he was saying the same thing. Like some of them go after Black women because they view Black women as the hierarchy of African American people. They don't view the Black male as the highest. They view the woman because more women is getting degrees, more women are making more women are owners of companies.
Yeah, but that's because of the white man.
They both feel like they at the top of their, so they get along better. It's not being intimidated because and you can look like that all you want to, because there's a lot of Black men that's intimidated by women that make more than them.
No, because that's what.
So why? But you know what?
Hold on.
This
is hold on. This is the conversation I wanted to get to, because now we talking some submission now. How can you see? That's what I'm talking about. How can a motherfucker?
You can submit to a man you're making more than, because fuck money. Money
it ain't about money, right?
Okay, hold on.
Money's not even real.
I'm with you. It sounds good that money ain't real until the mortgages do. All I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, if you meet a motherfucker making 30,000 and you making 80,000, and he start telling you what you need to do with the money, how quick are you gonna be to be like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'm with you, baby.
But you know what? That $80,000.
Not you know what? Answer that question.
No,
I don't want to answer.
I didn't even actually hear
that $80,000. The person who bringing in $80,000 might blow their money and might can't save money worth shit. So just because that 30,000 person who have to live like that might know how to save money. So you might need to sit your ass down and listen.
Okay.
That's a great point, Amber. I like that.
Amber, I agree with you. So these Black women that you just described with all these degrees and all this money, why they ain't hollering at these $30,000 a year Black men then?
Maybe they are. How you know they not?
I know for a fact they not, cause like Naomi said, I listen to Twitter, goddammit.
Okay.
And you know what they want? You know what they said on Twitter?
Nigga, that's not true.
Hold on. You know what they said on Twitter? They said broke niggas don't deserve no pussy. I know that's right. Let's go.
I know that's right.
Okay.
But look, broke is a motherfucking state of mind. So like, I always say no, because look, I don't speak curses on myself. So I don't even like to use words like that. But like, nigga, you can make, just like Amber said, like you can be making $40,000 a year and you could still be okay. Like everybody's not looking for a rich ass nigga, but like Lionel said, men like to be able to provide, right? Like they need to feel needed. And I think they're stuck in this one form of thinking the only way you could be needed is monetary, especially not when she's getting it, boo. If she's getting it like easier than you because of the way the system is fucked up, like if she's been in the system with you from day one, we understand. Or at least get you a woman who does understand. Maybe it's not aligned. If like you're feeling like, oh, I can't, no, like take it down a notch and like understand that I still like very much want and need a man. Like in this monetary shit, like it's nothing to get fucked up over. Like, cause like I said, I'm single, so I pay 100% of my bills. Nigga, even if I was to get a nigga and we're breaking it 50-50, that's still great for me. Because bitch, I pay 100% right now.
But see, that's the importance of raising your daughters to like be able to be in a relationship, because like ultimately this is such a side conversation. Every fucking human that's existing on earth, especially in America, at the end of the day, you're gonna need to know how to take care of a bill. You're gonna need to know how to make $1. Like you're gonna need to know how to drive a car, go to the hospital. Like you're gonna need to know that shit, period. Like raising your daughter to be a wife isn't telling her forget about work, bitch. Like, I know you still know how to. Like, there's still.
Call your daughter a bitch, but go ahead.
Right, there's still shit to do. Like, there's still things that need to be done as a human that's living, walking, breathing. So, like, don't get that misconstrued with like we have to have conversations with our children about being in relationships and how to harbor relationships and being in a home, what role you play and what that looks like. Because that's otherwise you just send them out there and like you like they're getting all this shit from friends or from like TV, like Love and Hip Hop, or what is the reflection that they would be having on TV, right? It's horrible. So like you would have to be having these conversations adamantly, like adamantly and intentionally, and raising them in this way. Period.
JC wants to jump in. I see him. Go ahead, Jay.
No, I'm like, are we still in Cancer season? Because I'm definitely feeling that family shit line.
Yeah, it's still.
Hold on, we coming up on Leo season though. Leo season is right around the
but
corner.
that's why we're still
like
we're
2
still
days.
getting the Cancer.
Yeah, Leo season.
Lionel
coming
said,
up.
"Take care of the home, bitch." We're trying to preserve the family.
You got to hold on. Before JC goes, I wanted to go here. I'm glad somebody else brought it up. Here's what Michael Mitchell in the chat said: white female gonna put him on, black female gonna tell you shut the fuck up.
Put him on what?
Is she able to put you on like Michael? If you love white women,
Just do that.
just be quiet because it's not. Look, I don't know what to tell you.
Because
Like,
the
if
only
you
reason
love
a
white
black
women,
female
go
gonna
watch
tell
a
you to
white
shut
woman
the fuck up is
podcast.
with you talking some dumb shit. Yeah, y'all want to sit there and talk dumb shit.
Look, I guess
You want
black
somebody
women
to
did
listen?
tell you to shut the fuck up, Michael.
You want to put on?
We did. Maybe you have a little.
Hold on, you see
I
how
mean, she might
She
might have needed to. I mean, I don't know what was said. So if it
he
was,
said I love both. He
if
said I
it
love
was if it was justified, I mean, I can't really be mad at that. But I mean,
Right. Because
what did you say, Michael? Because that's what's important. What did you say before she said shut the fuck up?
I can tell you what most pimps say, and this is just pimps. Pimps say that a white woman lets you pimp, a black woman makes you pimp. And if you understand that, you understand. But let's keep going though. Go ahead, JC.
that sounded stupid.
Oh no.
Say it again. Say it again.
A white woman lets you pimp, a black woman makes you pimp. Go ahead though, JC.
Can't nobody make you do shit, but whatever.
Right, weak ass.
God damn. Okay.
Yeah, I went there.
Shout out to the pimps. Shout out to the P's.
So I all I'm gonna say before I go, because I gotta start doing my patrols. All I gotta say is honestly, this generation has been.
There we go. Talk about these young niggas. Let's go.
Here we go.
I got to.
You already hated on old niggas a minute ago. Talk about these young niggas. Go ahead, Jay.
A lot of these young people, they don't accept the teachings of the old. Like like for example, if we go out there and we talk to, I'm 35 years old, right? So I've lived a little, right? Back then, when I wanted to know something, I would go to my grandfather, I would go to my uncle, my mom, or dad, because they're older and they should be able to explain things better to me, right? This generation doesn't know how to do that. They live off of social media. They live off of hip-hop, love and hip-hop, like Lionel said. They're basing their lives off of fantasy, and they don't understand that there's way more truth to than just the TV. You know what I'm saying? If you have a question, you got to be able to go to somebody older than you with much more experience and listen to what they got to say. I like to sit with the old people and hear their stories, because not only do I learn from their mistakes, I don't commit them. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta. Somebody wise once told me, and I hold this very dear and near to me, bro. If you can't defeat your giants, you're leaving it up to the next generation to defeat them, and they got to work double time. And they don't know how to defeat your giants because they didn't live your generation to defeat your giants. They barely knowing how to defeat their own.
So then it goes back to the older generation.
No, I'm like, that's literally what they didn't fight the giants.
Yeah, they didn't fight the giants. They left it for me to come out here
We out here getting our ass beat. We out here struggling.
Just let them giants before y'all go to bed.
I said it earlier in the show. I blame the older generation for not putting their foot down and not teaching these young people. But I also blame the young people for not wanting to listen.
They're not listening.
No, you guys, now please respond to that. No, Miss Parker and Missy L. Barty. The reason is
nowadays, they don't like to take wisdom from other people. They say,
no, because friend, it takes example. Because it's one thing when you're saying something as an older generation, but y'all not living like that. That's the thing. We hear what y'all have been saying, but y'all not living like that. So we have to congregate on the Twitter streets to say, hold the fuck up. This doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel real. So now we have to clock each other. We're clocking y'all. We're having the real conversations because y'all are talking about it, but y'all not living like that. So we can't just walk behind y'all because y'all wasn't walking. Y'all were tripping too.
Wait, what you talking y'all?
The problem is, hold on, wait.
Well, them. Well, the days.
Hold on. The reason why they not living like that is because you're looking at the wrong people. Stop looking at the people that are talking the talk, but ain't walking.
But that's reality. That's reality. No, that's not. No, that's reality. Because that's reality. Most people from that generation, most of my friends' parents and grandparents are not together. Mine are, but I'm an outlier because I have grandparents, great grandparents.
That's why you go through the heartaches. That's why you go through the headaches.
That's not reality for most
emotions
people.
because you don't listen. Communicating is listening.
Wait,
people need to take care of their own shit and do better. It's not about listening.
Niggas aren't even that self-aware.
My dad wouldn't be like, what?
Everybody, hold on. Everybody, one at a time, please. Who's about to go?
We rebuke that.
Go ahead,
I'm about to go. Okay.
JC, hold on. JC, are you hanging on? Are you got to go?
Oh, bye, JC.
You got to take off.
Well, go ahead and click into the show because I got something to say and I want you to hear it.
I want you to hear it. You can jump into the chat, JC.
Have a great night.
Thank you, my dude. OG JC up in here. Go ahead, Mo.
Okay, so I'm gonna be real.
Let's be real, Shorty Mo, with your Nike shirt on, flexing your money. Let's go.
So I'm getting through this. I'm actually reading a book right now. I'm about to be done with it.
Oh shit! What happened to the Shorty Mo book club? Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, that never happened. That wasn't my book club. It was somebody else's. It was somebody else's.
No.
But anyway,
I'm speaking of books. I just read a great novel. Wow.
Okay, so I just read. I'm in the last couple of chapters, but like. This book is honestly changing my perspective on a lot of things.
Polanco, I'm coming to you in just a second.
What book is it?
I'm reading The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. So this book is really just like, it's very simple. It's very simple, like, agreements when it comes to it. But it really just like helped me to learn that like these agreements that we agree to certain things growing up. Okay, so we're raised a certain way based off of how our parents were raised, okay? But I think the thing that JC was saying as far as the newer generation is that we are just like understanding that there are so many, like, not necessarily lies told to us, but lies, you know what I'm saying? Like real life lies that are told to us from our own society, you know what I'm saying? First of all, so it's just like, it's hard sometimes to sit and just like be like, all right, I'm just going to listen to what someone says and live my life based off of what someone else is saying. Now, I'm not saying just go and live your life and be a criminal and do all kinds of crazy shit, but like at some point we have to be able to like live our lives for ourselves and not for someone else. People teach others because they want us to be a version of themselves because that's what we've always been taught. And it's like, I should not have a fear of certain things in society just because this is how I was brought up and how I was like, kind of molded into. Like, so I think that's why there is a lot of pushback with the younger generation because it's like we have so much information at our hand on like at our fingertips all the time. We're able to communicate with people around the world all day. So it's like the fact that is also a place for us to really be real and tell our experiences, tell what we, go through and what we see, what we live through, like it changes our perspective because it's like we're taught these certain things and we're told these certain things, but it's like then we, hear other cases, we hear different shit that's going on and it's we see the world around us and it's like, all right, like what should we fucking believe? And that's my own perspective because I felt like that for a long time. Like that's my thing is that I'm just like, everything I'm being told, I take with a grain of salt at this point because it's like, you have to, you know what I'm saying? Like we were literally molded into the society that we are. Y'all were told that this is how it's supposed to be and this is how it's supposed to go and this is how it's supposed to stay. And it's like, why can't we challenge that? Because we're fearful of what's going to happen.
Well, I'll say this. I want to get to the chat, but I'll say this though. Every young generation challenges whatever's the norm is. Like that's the experience of it. In the 70s, people freaked out on those kids because they wanted to smoke weed and have sex. Like Trust me, all the old people freaked out on those flower children, but that's what every young generation does.
God always.
I mean, we still want to do that.
That's God
No,
always.
I'm saying every young generation challenges the. That's what every young generation should do is challenge whatever it is going, whatever the status quo is.
That's what everybody should do.
No. I think as you get older, like when you anyway.
As you get older, the fucking brainwashing just finally
No,
works. You just break down. You're just
right
into the matrix. Like,
I think as
I'm
you get
trapped. I'm just gonna be trapped forever. And that's why Kanye West was right when he said slavery is a choice.
People
slavery
say
is a choice.
people listen. Even the ancient, even the African proverbs say that you have young men for war, old men for counsel. Because once you get to
how old do you think you are?
I'm not saying me, nigga. I'm just saying in general. Like young men for war, young men are for war, old men for counsel. Because there comes an age to where like you just start counseling people. You can't keep going to war. You know what I'm saying? But let me get to the chat though, because Christopher Polanco in the chat said something interesting. He said, "Strong females know how to better a man. Weak females poison life."
There's a lot of females going on in the chat.
Oh, it's a lot of females.
So are we talking about women or females? Let's differentiate.
Oh, no. He's talking about women. And then he said, y'all should follow the right role models and do better. Oh, he's talking that shit.
I mean, that's just overall. Like, honestly.
Courtney Jackson clapped back though. Courtney Jackson said, Chris, putting the responsibility on the wrong person. Strong men know how to and are willing to be strengthened by a woman, and weak men are easily poisoned. Chris Polanco clapped back and said, hold on, goddammit. He said, it's a give and take, always on both sides, balance.
That's the thing. I'm so sick of the fucking like verses and the challenge and like the you did this and but you hate this more. But
I know exactly who it is.
Like no, none of us are God. You're like created to be like the man and the woman, the masculine and the feminine, like as representations of like a whole God who ultimately there's a being and a greater thing that's bigger than all of us, and that it doesn't need to be a man or a woman. He's like the essence of everything. And so then here we are as representations, and then we break down, right? Everything breaks down. So then here we are. There's the masculine man, there's a woman. So like we have to dance together in efforts of being this phenomenal entity, in efforts of being grand and being a representation and a reflection of the true divinity. So it's not about bitch like verses, because that's sickening. That's the poison. Like when it's a verses, when it becomes like y'all looking at each other, like it's always a dance and it's always support and it's always working together. No matter what.
Let me tell everybody right now. Hey, we got people in the chat. We got people watching. Hey, hit that thumbs up button. If you ain't hit it yet, go and hit that thumbs up button. We do appreciate it. It literally costs you nothing. And if you don't like it, hit the thumbs down button. Shit, that's fine too. You know what I'm saying? But like,
don't hit that thumbs down button.
You can hit it. Listen, I let people listen. It's people's choice. I don't want to restrict choice. This is America.
My friends better not hit the thumb down.
Oh, if you my friend and you don't like what you hear, hit the thumbs down. That's fine for me. Everybody feel a way about yay, but at least y'all feel something.
No, I'd be offended.
And just to know, you can comment if you don't like something, let us know. But to real quick to the JC point, like it's very important. That's true. You have to have those conversations. Communication is important, especially across generations. And you know, you can always take everything with a grain of salt, chew the meat, spit off the bone. But it's still nonetheless, it's very important to lead by example. That just goes to self. And so once you have people like individuals actually representing the things that they feel are most important, then you'll start to see that in reality. But at this point, nobody's even fucking. How can we go to generation above us when they have so many dreams in their hearts and their heads? They don't even live ultimately, y'all should probably talk to us about like, how do I get this out? How do I live this dream? I have so much. It's because there's more to like creating this life. You were born into whatever you were born in. And so it's more to like, you have more things to create versus just like take what was already been here for ages and centuries. Right. Like, actually feel something, create something, be alive while you got this time. Like your great granny Judy, great Judy, she's already gone. Like, you know, Wilma, who else? Like Walter, whatever other name, like those old names from back in the day. Like they had their time, they created their magic. And like, so we definitely understand the essence and the importance of being alive and creativity and creating based on like intuition. So that would be like to answer JC's question.
Well, let me say this, man. My grandmama used to tell me, if you think you got it figured out, baby, just keep living. That's what my grandmama used to tell me. And I was a young child. She said, baby, when you think you got life figured out, just keep living.
Well,
So,
nobody alive has it like figured out. You could go to 100-something-year-old and like there's things on their heart, there's things on their spirit.
Just keep
No, and I'm like, and it's so interesting because you know, like I'm older now, so it's just so interesting to me, you know, being the type of person like that analyze. I have a very like psychology mind, you know, that's what I went to school for. Like, so I'm very analytical and like just be now that I could see like my family, like now that I could see through my adult eyes, like these people who I just like loved off top, right? Because these are like my people. Like I've always had a connection. They've always been there in my life, right? And now like I'm older enough to like see them, like even on a soul level, like lately is how I've been like seeing them. And like it just be so much shit there, like, but you know, I have a Black family, like to where there was like a lot of trauma from, you know, like where we're just coming out on the other side of that.
You know, our great
grandkids
will be recognizing shit in us. Don't be saying my grandpa was a nerd.
Like that millennial generation difference. It's like where niggas started finally to like catch up, like, okay, like, and it instituted the new norm, like to where like most people go to college after, you know, pre-pandemic, you know, that was kind of like the thing people do. Before, niggas wasn't going to college like that. And so it's like we're knowing better and we're doing better. Like slowly but surely we've been getting there, but I just want to
listen.
remind everybody,
I could repeat that, but we just don't have the time.
No.
I want to talk Sesame Street. Please, can we talk Sesame Street?
Sure. I'm there with that.
Why you got that shirt on?
Oh, because I'm trolling. I'm a troll.
Childish.
I'm a real troll. Don't get it fucked up. I'm a real troll. Don't get it fucked. I'm an original troll. I'm from the original trolling goddamn clan. Here's what everybody's been talking about. This didn't happen this is a place called Sesame Place, apparently. I think this is what city? Is this in Baltimore? Where is this at? In Philly? Somewhere?
I wouldn't trust it if it was from Baltimore. What the fuck?
God damn, dude.
I'm like, all I'm just seeing is the wire. I'm sorry.
I don't know where this is, but this happened. This is what it initially popped off because Kelly Rowland posted this shit, and then everybody started picking it up. So here's what's been going on at this place called Sesame Place. It's where like these it's a, how would y'all describe it? It's like a theme park where they have like these Sesame Street characters there. And they have like a big parade, right? And here's some things that happen. I'm going to play this first video. This is the first video that went viral from this place. Okay, so there you go. You see I forgot what that person's name is.
Rosita or something like that.
Yeah, it's like Garcia. It's a Hispanic name, right? You see the two little black girls, like, what the fuck? Why you didn't like dap us up, right? And they were like, look at that poor little girls, right? He was right there, and he didn't even want to. Yeah, let me play that again. He was right there. He was just right there and said no. He said no.
He literally said no.
He hit him with the Dikembe Mutombo. And walked away. Poor girl.
No, it kind of pointed. Like
he was like, hell no, not y'all little nigglets, right?
Hopefully they sue.
Maybe they were
sue. No, the family can actually sue for real.
And people were like, yo, that's fucked up. And then it started coming out that wasn't like a one-time thing, that apparently this is how they are getting down up there. So let me play another. Hold on. Let me play another clip. Hold on. Let me find this. Hold on.
Sue or brawl at the Sesame Place. So you might as well sue.
Apparently, Sesame Place is with the shits. And this is the same character. I don't know if it's the same day or not, but this is the same character. And he said, I'm good.
Hey!
Gave that person 5, that person over there. Here comes the little black kid, and I'm good. Little boy was sad as hell. Little boy sitting there sad as motherfucker. He's sitting there sad as a motherfucker.
This is fairly out of line. Like, I want to whip some ass right now. This is pissing me off.
He's sitting there like, hold on, that ain't it. Let me go. I got another one. Hold on, let's go. People sent more tape in. Apparently, there's a theme going on here.
Oh my God.
To where these people are with, and this is the same character again. I don't know if the same person is wearing the costume every day, but here's the same character yet again.
This is gotta be the same day.
You can't really see it on that one. You can't really see the little black girl on that one. Hold on, let me send the better one up because you can't really see the little black girl on that one that was down there. But don't worry about it. She got passed up too. So let's just say, okay, maybe it's that character. Maybe it's the person that's dressing up, right, as that character that's out here tripping. So let's go. Let's find another character, right? Let's go. Let's find another character. Here we go. I just found one. Let's bring this up. Here goes another character at Sesame's place. And let's see how they react to seeing a young black child who wants, a hug or a five or whatever. Here we go.
I'm not certain what would possess somebody to push a child down like this, but this is completely unacceptable. I'm not certain what would possess somebody to push a child down
what
like
were you
this,
doing,
but this is
fam?
Completely unacceptable. I'm
like,
not certain
why would you come up to the little kid like that,
this,
bro?
But this is completely unacceptable.
Why are you coming up to a little kid like that, my boy? If that's my little girl, make no mistake, my nigga, you got to see me with some hands now. Like, what the fuck? Like, what are you doing, bro? But hey, listen, maybe that character was having a bad day, right? So let's go to somebody. Let's go to another character. Listen, we can do it. Oh, I thought I had one more. I can't find it. Shit, I can't find it now.
Well, good, because I don't want to see no more.
Apparently, though, at Sesame Place, these motherfuckers are wilding. They don't give a fuck up there. They listen. So my question would be, hold on. Tierra said, "Oh, Tierra crazy." Tierra said, "Like it's funny, but they need."
It's not even funny. It's not funny at all. I would literally have a reflex. I would.
Bro, listen. If I bring my 4-year-old,
we should have a trigger warning for any of our viewers that's watching this. Like, there's some blatant racism.
I bring my 4-year-old up there, and nigga, you like push her down, or like you like say no, you not gonna shake her hand. Nigga, understand? It's some repercussions. It's some consequences.
Oh yeah, some consequences, especially. We had some consequences at the Tulsa State Fair with my grandbaby.
Oh,
if you don't want that job, don't be at that job.
That's
but
fact.
What you're not gonna do is be disrespectful to none of my kids, because the next thing they be recording is me whooping somebody's ass.
Yeah, facts. I gotta take off on a nigga now. Like, hold on, my dude. So you not even going to, you a goddamn cartoon character. You out here to shake kids' hands. You're not going to shake my little daughter. You going to tell her no? Fuck out of here, nigga.
And you ain't no cartoon character, to be honest. Shit.
They're not even real Sesame Street.
No, facts. That's why hopefully black people can recognize, like, I have a dream where assimilation is over with and it's out of the fucking picture because I'm so over these kinds of experiences. I have a dream where black kids will go to their parties and have the black baby shark only, the black Mickey Mouse that's shaking ass, that's Harlem shaking, and that's busting the move like they need to. Like, don't even put your kids in these situations to try to shake these hands and cross these fucking paths, because this is what you can expect. Ultimately, we need our own shit. And like, that's just what the world needs to get back to. Until it does, and this is what we can expect, because we're dealing with white people. We have crossed paths with white people. Hello. And let me tell you something about white people. They're racist. They're hateful. They don't like dark people. So you could expect this kind of experience for your children, for your grandma, your aunt, your uncle, your sister, your best friend, your cousin, your brother, and yourself. Until you create your own shit and go over there, go next door, get your shit jumping, and have them knocking at your shit trying to get in. And then you shit on their motherfucking grandma, shit on their granny and their great uncle too. And that's just what it has to be.
It's not like that, because Michael in the chat said, but white women will help a man up. And black woman will tell him to shut the fuck up.
I'm sorry. At this point, I'm like, I don't know what would white people need to show y'all at this point that they are like what would they need to show y'all? Would they really need to annihilate the world, like push the nuke button and blow up the entire world? And none of us have anywhere to go, and then y'all be like, those white people. Like, what would it take? Like, what would it take?
They're gonna be like, shit. Somebody set this up. This isn't.
Oh my God, I know.
They're like, but
like, there's no winning.
Good, Lionel.
Right?
She looks so good.
But she fine. How she do that? She ain't do that.
No, we need to send these bitches back to where the fuck they came from Mars or wherever the fuck that is. They need to go. Otherwise, we can expect these experiences here, or that's why I say either brawl in the Sesame place or sue them, or it's just make a place for the black babies to bop. We like an upbeat anyway. The black kids probably want to dance. They want to see that Harlem Shake get sturdy.
You said Harlem Shake?
The black kids want to get a little bit more funky than that anyway. That parade is bland, unseasoned, boring. We just need to have the right spaces for our children to be able to go enjoy themselves.
So where are the black cartoon characters at?
Well, there's not black cartoon characters, but like I said, I've seen plenty of videos from like 2010 to now of like a black Mickey Mouse. There's somebody in that black suit that's rocking the fucking party and they working down and like busting a real move and they got rhythm. So it's just like about really occupying the spaces that are for you. Like y'all probably should have them kids.
Oh, so hold on. Was that the older generation? I'm fucking with you. Okay,
no,
hold
on. Generation. That's still this generation. I'm talking Vine, the Vine days, not TikTok. But Vine.
Oh, the Vine. Okay. Tierra said, I vote the brawl at Sesame. Hilarious.
But then it'll be a brawl.
They probably with the sheds.
Courtney said, wait, how do we know these are white people in their costume? That's a good question. We don't know what.
I'm not going to entertain.
I don't think we ever was.
We don't know who people are technically. They could be black folks. I don't know.
I don't care who they are. They can get this ass whooped. White, black, purple, yellow, green. You touch my grandbaby.
Yeah, that motherfucker, like, you gotta be like, these motherfuckers.
That could have been anyone being the ass. Of course, that could have been anyone.
Look, and I would have just like, I don't know.
No, we see the black people in the costumes all the time. We see them in the costumes.
They be so upset.
They be dancing their asses off in those costumes. Well, I mean, it's just
and
like
that should be a little too ratchet for me.
And I love those.
You need to like get
Naomi's like, stay in character.
I love those. No, I'm like, exactly. I'm like, no, come a little bit out of character. Let them know that it's lit today. Yes. Give it to them. It's Saturday. Yeah, hit them with that. Yeah.
That nigga be on the side of the house smoking a joint with
I'm like, right, do you know the Buddy Hop?
I know which one you're talking about.
I'm like, you know the Buddy Hop? Okay, we're gonna play that. I want you to that. Yes.
He would on. Hey man, thank y'all for everybody that's tuning in right now. Man, hit that thumbs up button if you have not. We do appreciate it, man. Hit that subscribe button if you are not already subscribed. Share the show with a friend if you have not shared it already. Put it on your social media, right? Put it on your Facebook, put it on your Twitter, put it on your IG.
Thank you.
You dig? Let people know that like you like the show, man. Like, yo, I fuck with them people over there, man. Like, here it go. So like we do appreciate that, man. If y'all want to share this with everybody. If you want to be a part of it. If you want to be a part of the show, if you got some suggestions for topics, you can hit us up at what's the email account, Mo?
nostringspod@gmail.com.
There you go. nostringspod@gmail.com. nostringspod, P-O-D, @gmail.com.
No, I really don't know the email address. I think that's what it is.
No, that's the email address. Hit us up over there.
I was like, I don't know if Roy just agreeing with me, so I don't know. That shit might be returned.
We do like listen. Our main show, the big show, is Wednesday nights. Tuesday, we're kind of starting to do some things on Tuesday where we talk about a variety of topics. I want to bring it up to the panel that we have right now because yesterday, Tuesday, we talked about Angela Simmons. She released some pictures recently of a photo shoot, and she did not have any Photoshop on her photo shoot. And people had a lot to say about it online. Let me put the photo up. Here we go. There goes Angela, showing them yams, showing them thighs. You dig? And people had a lot to say about Angela's photos. Some people said, that's not really doing it for me. You know what I'm saying? Some people was fucking with it. You did? So
she looks great. Ultimately,
she has a nice body.
this is like my kind of like my preference of like a woman's body. It's like not like too fit or too toned or too cut. Like this is how I want my woman to look, like curves right there, like full. She's hot. She's very hot. And I think people should get used to seeing this kind of shit versus that. I hate that like tube at the center, like your stomach got the tube look because you got the BBL. Like where's the curve? Where's the curve at? Even if it's like a cute curve or an obtuse curve, at least there's curve. So I love to see this naturalness. It's amazing. It's like a breath of fresh air again.
No, and then it like because she looks good and it speaks to like everything being unedited, like because people be photoshopping the fuck out of pictures, like and especially when it comes to like magazines and shit for sure. So like, yeah, no, it's good to get some realness.
Yeah, that's fact.
It's good to get some realness, and it's beautiful. She look good.
I think she looks great, bro. Like, I don't think a lot of people like, and that's the thing. Let's put this bikini on the people that are feeling away and standing right here with the shot. This is a high definition camera. Like, give me your best look. Let me see. Give it to me. Because like, she looks phenomenal. What kind of a debate is this? What? She looks amazing. What could we potentially want from her?
I think the argument, listen, I have to be objective. That's what I do. Shout out to my nigga Star. He taught me how to be an objective hater. I'm not being a hater right now. I'm just being objective.
Okay, objective.
Objectively speaking, I think some people would say, right, that like they hold celebrities, quote unquote, to a higher or a different standard than like a regular person, right? So like when you say you put that bikini on, it would say, well, shit, nigga, I got a regular job. Like, yeah, I look like this. She don't got no regular job, and she still look like that. I'm
not making excuses. Not making
like, you need to go to the regular job comment section. Then you need to be commenting on Joanne.
Here's what I'm saying. Is that like basically Kim Kardashian? I'm just using her as an example. Kim Kardashian's job basically is quote unquote to look good. I don't know what else she does for a living.
But that's not Angela Simmons' job. This is the daughter of like hip hop royalty. She just happens to be.
I'm with you.
She's a popping girl, and she was great.
But she is a celebrity, so the quote unquote, right? So I'm just giving you perspective.
Every day.
She what?
She be eating salad every day. That's all they eat.
Well, how much salad does she eat?
You can't look like this eating salad every day.
I'm saying every time they on a Kardashian show, that's what they eat.
Okay.
That's for TV, apparently.
Well, yeah.
And they get fucking liposuction and lip.
The Kardashians
they're getting their shit sucked the fuck out when they get to.
But
they want to look like this.
Out of the conversation. Themselves too.
They want to look like her. No, they want to look like her. They're out of this conversation.
Hold on.
No, I didn't bring them up. Somebody said, "What did they do?"
I know, and Roy should have never brought her up.
I was just answering the question. Don't jump on me, lying. No, I didn't say it.
I'm not jumping on you. I'm just saying kick them out of the conversation. But ultimately, this is like a very problematic time to be in. If you can, like, if there's any kind of a problem or issue with like what issue can lie with this? I don't get it.
Let me say this to you though, Lionel. Right? When you put this out, like our show, for example, right? We put it out there for public consumption, right? We put it out there for people. It's a lot of people that like it. It may be some that don't. That like it's okay. Like if they don't like it, that like
no facts.
It's
but
okay.
I'm asking
as long as you're not standing there throwing fucking stones.
But what is the thing though? Even then, but what is the thing that people like? What's the issue people have with this photo of her? Like, what's the thing? I don't get it. That's my thing.
They may just not like that body type. That's like you know, that just may be it. They just may not like that body type. For them, they were like, I'm cool on that.
Oh yeah, that's fair. But ultimately, it doesn't matter, bitch. She looks phenomenal. And like, I would still love to see you in the bikini, man or woman. Get on the runway.
See, that's the only part that I have a problem with your analysis is when you say, well,
the hell gotta shut up then.
Is because I'm saying like I think that like we look like the regular person looks at a celebrity and says, okay, here's what I'm thinking celebrities should look like. And when they don't see that, and again, I'm not saying right, wrong, good, bad, or indifferent, but when they don't see that, they're commenting like, God damn, like.
And that's a problem. What the regular bitch average is looking at celebrity, don't say celebrity. Just this is a girl. This is Angela Simmons. She might be more popping than you, average person, because in your head, she might be more popping to you. because of whatever reason. But like ultimately, that's out of the fucking. That's crazy. This isn't a celebrity. It doesn't make you like an alien. It doesn't make you have a different like body type. No, this is a human. And like at the end of the day, people look good or they don't. And like this shit looks great.
I want to say on this though, like when it comes to, you know, the celebrity thing, whatever, I really don't think this celebrity or not, like the fact that you feel like she needs to be edited up and whatever, just because she has a certain, you know, level that she's on, she has a certain type of like, you know, just being famous. That in itself, I feel like is y'all projecting y'all's own, for the women, your own insecurities about the fact that that's what you're trying to achieve. So when someone's doing it and it's just like natural with it, it bothers you because you're like, I'm trying to attain this for myself because I'm seeing all these other women. And why you gonna come on here like, you know, like why does that bother you so badly? That's the only reason
I'm trying to understand.
That's the only reason I can think is because women, like the women who will speak down on this type of picture, like, and being like, oh, she's being natural. Like, honestly, I think that's dope. She is famous and shit. So like, cool. Like you can be natural and you still look the fuck good. Like you do, you know what I'm saying? Like you can really achieve that type of thing. But I'm saying for the people who are hating, it's like, okay, like that hate has to derive from like you really just feeling like, you know, I'm trying to put myself at a certain standard based off of what I see celebrities doing. And because you're out here doing something different, it's a problem. Like that sounds like a personal problem with you and yourself. That's a battle you having with yourself. Like, don't project that onto me. You know what I'm saying? Like people are projecting that shit onto her. And it's like, I know the conversation we had yesterday about the topic, I didn't get full into it. We were talking about something else. But when it comes to somebody posting unedited pictures, it's kind of like, it's just crazy. Like the level of, I don't want to say necessarily brainwashing, but just like grooming the you know, the Photoshop game has put people through. Like this is why women are getting BBLs and shit like that. And it's like,
hold on, you got a problem? What's wrong with BBL?
I'm not saying anything's wrong with BBLs, but I'm saying like just the fact that
like ants, that's the problem.
You said what's the problem?
They looking like ants. Like,
I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with I'm not saying there's anything wrong with making your own choices with your body, but I'm just saying that I feel like a lot of women are just being influenced based off of what they see in the media and shit like that. And it's kind of like, okay, like what are you really doing this for? Are you doing this for you and for you to be, you know, are you doing this for others because you want to attain a certain level, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's the difference. And I think whenever people go through those things to change their body, oh, I went and got work done and and they see someone else that's, you know, doing it, boom, boom, bam, like, oh, they have to, you know, do this, they have to be that because like that's what I did for myself. That's not her problem. She can go and be natural all the fuck she wants. Like that's what I'm saying. I don't understand why people are bothered about that because it's literally her like prerogative. She can do that shit. And she does. And okay, the lighting could have been a little bit better. Yeah, the lighting was a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Because she looks a little bit tan in certain places and other places. But like again, it's just a natural shot, and it's just
it was like, probably an Android phone.
Amber hating.
But, okay, I'm not hating. I'm just saying because you know I do photography. Probably was an Android phone, but I did want to say that, you know, it's my time to get off.
Okay, but hold on. Before you get off, though, because you are a photographer, I personally think that the way these shots look, I think these were intentional. No, I'm being 100% serious. I think that, like, if you're a photographer, you don't take these. I think these are intentional shots. Like, hold on, there goes another one. That's an intentional shot. Like, you're trying to shoot it in that way. I don't think that like
trying to shoot it in what way?
I hate that this is controversy because she looks
good.
We should be talking about how she ate these fucking shots up. This was her walking down the runway and she just candidly looked like this.
But no.
Okay, before we get in this, I have to go make my husband's lunch because he has to get up at 1 o'clock in the morning and go to work.
She's super submissive. Jesus. Shout out to your husband.
Amber.
Good night. Happy Wednesday.
Shout out to the homie. I just wanted, as a photographer, I wanted,
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. These might not be edited where y'all think it's edited at, but this don't look like a regular photo out the camera.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, that's all I was saying. I'm with you on that.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, it looks like that. Like she was intent. Okay, there we go. All right, peace, Amber. Amber got to go be submissive to her man.
Yes, thank
This
you.
don't look like a regular photo out the camera.
Y'all have a good night.
That looks like lights and makeup. Like,
you know.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that too, because it's like honestly, with a really good camera, you can get some good shots.
no facts, and you got.
I know
the
you
lighting
gonna
right,
bro. This is blurring out the background off top. The background is blurred. When you're in
But
portrait
see,
mode.
look, now this also comes down to just maybe it's just, you know, like she does look good and she works for her body too. You know what I'm saying? Like she, you know, well, at least from the last time I was on her social media, like, wasn't she the one who was always like doing fitness shit, always hiking?
I mean, listen, that was for the cameras. We don't know what she's really doing, but
that's why I'm like, okay, but regardless, even if you are, let's say she is actually working for her body, like, damn, I want to show this bitch off, like, because when you really be in the gym and doing shit, like I said, I don't know if that's still what she's doing, but I can say that much. Whenever you really be in the gym and you start seeing results, you want to show that shit off, like, honestly. And it's like, I can respect that she wanted to do or just posted some, like, you know,
and everybody got a different body type.
Everybody does have a different body type. Like these pictures might be helping a girl who looks exactly like her. That's like, you know, I'm kind of self-conscious about being in a bikini like this, but seeing her, they're like, damn, all right, like this is how I would look. Cool.
This should help the BBL girls too, because they need a picture to take into the office.
Because there are women who freak out about things like, you know, oh, I have these stretch marks here and I got this, my skin's not as smooth, and you gonna see it on camera, like, and that's the reason they don't want to do certain things.
No, this is why, money.
And it all stems from the media and what's been portrayed and been edited. Like, because the women have been looking like this. Like, the women have been looking like women before they were go and fucking get surgeries and do all that shit. But like, they work the view, and so I think it's good for us to be able to see just like some realness and some natural. So maybe it makes the next person like a little bit more comfortable in their skin, and they're not trying to reach these heights like where they're not being lied to. Like they're thinking they have to look like this.
Yes.
When the models don't even look like this.
And friends, God knows, like everyone out there knows, like I stand like Beyonce, but I feel like for this kind of a photo, Angela Simmons deserves that kind of an accolade. The way people up Beyonce all the time, but she's never released a photo that's not touched. And then she also raps about the Negro curls and shit like that, but she never gives that to y'all. This is phenomenal in the sense of realness. This is something that Black women should be able to possess. Like this should be a prized possession, because it's so hard for you guys to exist in your own bodies, because I don't know who these critiques are that have all this shit to say about this photo, but like this is why.
And I think the fact that this was
great. And imagine she looks this good and she can't even exist like that. Imagine a real Black woman that just really works a regular job up there in a bikini, feeling confident, and makes it to Miami Swim Week. And then like imagine how they would shred her. It's out of fucking line when that's actually the body standard right there. It's so fucking mind blowing. I can't believe we're in these times. It's like it's happening, because like y'all are trying to play the real for the fake now. Y'all trying,
and that's what I'm saying. Like the fact that this is controversial is just shows you and is an example of how far we are from reality a lot of the time. And people are just not, you know, understanding that it's okay to look how you look. And it's just like, damn, like why are we striving to be so perfect? Like we're all so fucking imperfect. Like, bro, like just let that shit be. And that's why it's like just the fact that people are like attacking her. One girl was like, oh, this is just for like attention and da. Again, bitch, if I'm working for my body, then I'm probably gonna want to show it off. And that's not necessarily just to be like, oh, it's attention, but it's like, damn, like I did that. It's like I'm flaunting it. You know what I'm saying? You got it, flaunt it. That's a saying. It's like, yeah, you really want to do that.
And this Miami Swim Week, she could have burgers and wings all week too, and it would look different. But like, just imagine the like preparing for Miami Swim Week. That's a thing. Like to even be there, it's like that's why this is like, come on. And then, so when I fight, I have this passion because I also just a minute ago fight for the Black spaces, Black creatives, Black people that are really doing it. And y'all naysayers and y'all haters need to shut the fuck down and shut up. Because she's doing it, and all the creators, whoever's bikini she was sporting, is getting all these looks, and like she was rocking that show. Like it should be support. We should have megaphones screaming for these people and screaming for ourselves, versus ever trying to clock them as if white people aren't already. White people are already gonna look at her and say, you're in the Black show." Like, just stop. Y'all are sickening in a bad way.
Period.
I'm just saying, some people might like a Coi Leray body, and so they see that.
And that's fine. They had Pretty V in
And
that
that's
same
fine. They
show.
can just
Pretty
keep
V was in that
scrolling.
show.
Like,
Just saying,
just
hold
keep
on.
scrolling and don't be
Why
so
y'all
stressed
attacking
about
me?
what.
I'm just
No,
Because
I'm talking about.
this is
I'm
not
talking
even
about people out there
It needs to
attacking
be attacked.
her. Like, it's just
It needs
like,
to be attacked.
damn.
Yes.
I'm just saying, when you put something out there, all I'm saying, I'm not hating on Angela. I'm just simply saying, if you put something out there for the public, you can't just accept the positive. You got I'm not saying that she has to even look at the negative shit, but like that's a part of it too.
No, it definitely comes with it, and I'm sure
Yeah.
she's probably not stressing it. Like she
Yeah, I
knew
bet she's
it
not
was
tripping.
gonna, like, cause she has been around. Like
Facts.
you
She's
said,
Rev Run. She's been that girl since
yeah.
Rev Run on TV. Like they were doing their sneakers on the show. Like they've been that girl. Like she's been that girl.
Yeah,
She's, I'm saying she's at Miami Swim Week. We're talking about her. Like anybody that got something to say, shut up. You look crazy. You look crazy. How about that? You look crazy.
It's been niggas pulling up. Chris Blake last night on a Tuesday show said, if you talking about her, I need to see a picture of your baby mama first.
Nah, facts. Like,
cause niggas be, and I was
pipe
like,
down.
you know what? You probably
Pipe
right.
down.
Niggas,
You should have just sat there and ate your food because we finna
No,
come for you and
seriously.
your ugly ass baby mama. Stop playing with us.
right. Nigga, like I see your baby mom, fam. You gotta relax. You know what I'm saying? Like chill out on the critiques. But
And so even with the baby mom, so that's like if you were to go down the scale, but that's why I even challenge the people, because people praise Beyonce, but Beyonce she hasn't shown us the confidence to get out there like that and like give it up for real with no edit, no like just raw, here I am. So yeah, this is phenomenal, and keep going this direction, Black women. Shout out to the No Makeup, Alicia Keys.
But hold on, with
that's beautiful. I would love to see the essence of a Black
with
woman.
that being said, though, Lionel, I gotta represent both perspectives, right? So, like, you're saying, like, yo, just be like confident to show this.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. To the women who don't want to show that, who want to show something different, I can't necessarily hate on them for doing that. Like, that's a side that they want to show. Like, they might not want to show that. They may want to show something
But
different.
those are the no, it's not their
but we're
it's
not
just those are the
talking
girls that get
about
the
women
praise,
that
though. So that's
don't
the
want to
thing.
show it. And I feel like even women who don't want to show it can still take something from that, just to see like, okay, like, oh wow, my body doesn't have to be perfect. Actually, like it's okay to just be in my own shit. And so, you know, that's what it speaks to. I feel like more than anything.
Trust me, I like a little. Listen, when if I'm hitting it from the back, I want to grab a little stomach. Don't get it fucked up. Don't get it fucked up. I want to grab a little something so I can fucking get some thrust, so I can get some footing. But I'm just putting that out there. I'm just putting that out there. But yeah, I mean, like,
you know, I just had to go this hard for. I had to go this hard because this is a real principle at stake right here, and it's important. And like, I just would love for women as a whole, especially Black women, to understand that it's a delusion. It's like, I mean, it's an illusion. It's like they're trying to trick you and play you as if you aren't the like standard.
Who
the top
is the they you're referring to?
Whoever the fuck has anything to say about this picture.
No. But what
they have a lot of relatives as well. They have relatives, and they're trying to put these narratives. Like they want this girl to have that look, and she's popping. The Kim is cute, but then when Angela do it, that's hood, that's ghetto, it's raunchy.
But here's what I'm saying though: it's a lot of Black women right now getting BBLs. A lot of them.
Because they fucking fell into what they think they have.
So that's the one reason I'm saying ultimately I feel like Black women are the standard. When you think about what is a BBL, Brazilian butt lift, like that means you're taking some fat, putting your booty, and taking out making the waist smaller. That's a natural look to a Black woman. There's a billion Black women with that actual look, just born like that. So Black women, understand from the core of you, from the root of you, from the bottom of your shit, like you are like you are the actual standard. When you get to understand, imagine how everything else aligns, because y'all are the standard. So then we're all following in place anyway. Everything we're doing is based on y'all. We're talking shit about anything we say is about the Black woman. Anything that they do, anybody else in the world does, is coming from the Black woman, or like, you know, so just keep being authentic and genuine. Love yourselves and be happy with who you are and accept it. There's no reason to look next door or look down the street or anywhere else for it. And then the world is going to be on a different frequency once y'all do that, because y'all are the mothers of everything. And so I have to fight for that perspective.
There we go. Talk that. All right, y'all got anything else for the night, man? What we got? Anything else? Or we out of here? We getting ready to get up out of here. Anything else for the? Anybody got anything else? We good?
I feel like this was a great show.
No, I had fun tonight. I ain't gonna lie to you. I had fun tonight. If
I was
y'all
telling y'all, I've been thinking about that pink sauce thing going around on TikTok, yo.
Oh, okay. What's the pink sauce, Naomi? What's the pink sauce?
So
What
this
happened with the
woman
pink sauce? Let me
on
find it
TikTok-
on Twitter.
She's on. It's in the chat. I sent it to y'all. I think. Well, I sent something to y'all. I don't
Yeah,
know.
you did send something. I think you said what the pink sauce was.
Is she in jail right now or no?
Yeah. No, she's not in jail, but like, I mean, there's just such a debate right now on TikTok about it because she's basically making this sauce, like selling it on the internet. And like the first batch that I guess had gone out or whatever were being sent in like those like just like envelopes, like those like plastic type envelopes. And people were getting them in like literal Ziploc bags because they exploded and like it was rotten and shit because they're being shipped within the last few weeks.
And it's 110 degrees outside. Hello.
So, I mean, people are just going on and on and on about this pink sauce because she's selling this online. People are looking at the nutrition label. There's some errors on the label. She called it infamous sauce. And there was just so many things going on. But like, I just really, because there's two different standpoints that's going on. Because first of all, she is trying to correct the issue. She's like, we're lab testing and things like that. But it's like,
Where's the FDA?
But when it comes to food, bro, and you're selling food items to people, like and this is the thing, like, I don't want to
you can't play with that shit.
I don't want to say this is necessarily her motive, but like people be trying to get to the bag sometimes so quick that they just skip so many steps. And it's
That's
like,
right.
I really want y'all to just take your time and really, because like this could backfire. That's the one thing I'm concerned about.
Is that her?
This is the woman that was the chef that was making the sauce. Yes.
Well, at least she looks good. She has her looks to fall back on.
Okay, hold on. Here we go. Let's play this. Here we go.
We need to talk about pink sauce and why a lot of people are concerned for the people that have bought this sauce from the lady that makes it on TikTok, because the hue of the sauce keeps changing. Every photo, every video, the sauce color looks different. And also, she doesn't describe what it actually tastes like. I don't know if it is to promote it, get people to buy it, just to see what it tastes like, but she will not describe the taste. She says it's because she cannot describe the taste. I've been hearing it kind of tastes like ranch, not exactly ranch, but basically ranch. Now that people have purchased it and received it, they're noticing that there's a lot of stuff that's really sketchy with the bottle. The nutrition facts seem to be off. It says there's 444 servings. Some of the ingredients are spelled wrong. The website also just seems so poorly put together. Like, what is this? Why does it say this? It's literally like $20 for a bottle, and a lot of people are now worried that this creator is going to be facing lawsuits. The sauce was also arriving in the mail in these bags. They were not like boxed up with bubble wrap, and we're talking about liquid sauce here. So obviously some people were receiving them literally exploded. It's honestly so sad. I'm really rooting for small businesses, but when it comes to food, you need to be careful with what you're buying and the safety and everything.
What the fuck was that? Hold on. What was that?
That was a bottle that had ended up
What is
exploding.
that?
Heat stroke. That bottle had a heat stroke, babes, in the sun.
It's hot as hell. Like what?
What is that, bro?
Bro, like I'm telling you, I'm seeing so many videos about this stuff, and people are doing reviews because they're starting to get the new batches out, the ones that they're correcting. Okay, so people are starting to get their sauces. But like I said, like there's two different arguments. It's like people are saying, oh my gosh, like this is dangerous. Be careful. Like, this is crazy. And then there's the other side that's like, why are y'all trying to tear a Black woman down? And,
She's trying to kill the community.
This is a small business, but it's like, bro, like, first of all, my thing about it was, first of all, when it comes to food, anything that someone is going to consume, you have to be on point with that shit. Because first of all, allergies exist and people can die from shit like that. I think there was a maybe potentially some stuff missing from the label that didn't list everything that's in the actual sauce. And it's just like, you have to oh my God. you have to absolutely be careful with this type of stuff. There are also kids on TikTok. Now, granted, I know people are going to make that argument that you need to be watching your kids, but there are kids that have access and probably buy this shit and are just like, oh, like not understanding what it is. It's just so dangerous. And I just really hope nothing like backfires on her with it, because that's the only main concern I feel like people are having about it, is like, you have to absolutely be safe about these things. Because like getting to the bag and making the sauce known, and I want to get out there with it, cool, but like, is it going to be worth potential issues in the future? You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of
Now she had gloves.
I mean, personally, I'm not playing. I'm not buying no
package. The fact that she had nuclear gloves on.
I'm not buying no food from TikTok. I'll tell you right now. I'm not buying no food products from TikTok personally. Someone was like, "This is just natural selection." And I'm like,
I mean, you sent that video, and that's exactly what it is. Like, you're gonna buy pink sauce? Like, excuse me? Like, okay, like, are you even supposed to be eating pink shit? Like, I don't even know. No.
Well,
apparently it's.
But you said it was dyed with dragon.
Niggas do eat the pink though, but go ahead though.
But it was, apparently it's dyed with dragon fruit. That's how it gets its pink hue. But like people were saying, they were like, well, you know, that type of fruit will like start to ferment in the bottle, and that's probably why they're exploding like that and rotting like that, because of the ingredients. You need preservatives to be able to send something like that in the mail, kind of contact different temperatures and things like that. And now, I mean, granted, yes, she's trying to do the right thing, and it's like we're doing lab testing, but girl,
yeah.
We should have been did that. We should have been past that stage. Like,
right.
I know small businesses make mistakes, and I understand that. Like,
no, or they should have started local.
But like, bro, like, yeah, she was doing local shit. But like, when it comes to food, I feel like you got to be on point, because someone's ingesting your stuff. That is dangerous as fuck. And it's like, although people say, oh, the United States isn't safe, we have so many toxins, whatever, we're talking about what you can tolerate. If something comes back on you, you are a small business. If there is a lawsuit for somebody getting, you know, fucked up because of it or dying because of it, like,
right.
No, and she probably got an LLC set up, so that shit.
What about the college progressive?
Straight for her. They sue her business and straight from her pocket.
And people were just like, well, shit, I'm gonna buy the sauce. I want to see what I'm like. All right, look, see, y'all playing with y'all life.
Yeah, fuck that sauce.
I'm okay. I'm good. I mean, respect to anybody trying to get out there, but like, definitely make sure y'all.
I don't even know if the Chick-fil-A sauce that's in HEB is real Chick-fil-A sauce. I'm like, hold the hell on. Why is this an HEB then? This should have been at the Chick-fil-A. No. Especially the TikTok hoes. Y'all question these hoes on TikTok.
Yeah, no, this shit is crazy. That's some wild.
And there's been other things, and this is the thing. It's like there's so many small businesses starting through just like TikTok and social media that it's like I feel like everyone's kind of trying to jump on the wave, which is nothing wrong with that. But it's like, especially with things that, like I say, you're putting inside your body, guys, doing to your body. I remember that thing I saw about that girl that was doing teeth with the ring light, and she was just, you know, going in like that. And then, you know, someone else on TikTok was selling sunflower soup or something like that, which was like sunflower seeds and pickles and pickle juice and some spices. Like, I'd be like, look, y'all doing too much for me. I'm gonna just stick to what I know.
Yeah, people be doing a lot.
It is.
People be doing a lot. That's doing a lot for me to watch a TikTok video and you say, you know what? Let me try that pink sauce. Like, no. That ain't got none of. That's not how any of this works.
And look,
I won't even download TikTok. I'm not even past that hurdle yet. So.
Okay, but look, I love pink. I mean, you know, I love pink, but
you like sauces.
And I love sauces. I really do. I'm glad Naomi knows, because like I genuinely do. But like, am I gonna buy a pink sauce? No, I wasn't.
That's why she was so invested. She was like,
no, like,
I was figuring this shit out. She said, is this good or not, bitch? Is it good or
not? First of all, I was curious to know what it tasted like, but I wanted everybody else to tell me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna buy that shit off the internet. But people were saying it tastes like ranch, but a little bit sweet, a little bit spicy. But then some people are like, oh, it's more spicy than sweet. And some people are like, it's more sweet than spicy. So like, that's what I'm saying. People are getting different batches, tasting like different stuff. Girl, get back in.
That's so out of line.
In the lab.
If you want to
And start
support,
over.
if you out there and you want to support a legitimate, I'm not saying hers is not legitimate, but right now it's kind of up and down. But if you want to support a legitimate Black woman's business, you can get you some jewelry from Nays Touch Jewelry.
Yes, get you some jewelry for Nays Touch Jewelry.
I
Yes.
swear, every time I'm in the shower, I look at my chain. I'm like, wow, this thing is still doing great. No grain anywhere. I've had this chain for so long.
Period. And
I'm
that's
always
how,
loud. Like,
that's how
wow.
it's gonna be. Look, because you still, I be doing the same thing though.
No, seriously, I'll be like, wow.
I be having birthdays for my chains. I'm like, wow, I've had you for 2 years. Like you've been rocking.
Because I've had some chains that I thought were like quality go green, and I'm like, why are you turning green, bitch? But like, not my Nays Touch. Not my Nays Touch though.
Period.
Yeah. NaysTouchJewelry.com, man. Hit her up over there, man. Y'all can get that quality.
Courtney said, if you grocery shop on TikTok, you deserve whatever you get. I mean, that's a fact. That is a fact, though.
Look, but when my jewelry, maybe I'm gonna make a TikTok for Nays.
There you go. Make a TikTok
That's
for that.
when I'll be on there making my jewelry and shit.
My cousin, we need a TikTok for No Strings Attached. My cousin has 250,000 followers on TikTok. He's like not even 20.
Well, so we got the imposter No Strings Attached on TikTok already. So we're gonna have to deal with them first. Yeah, we're gonna have to go on there and deal with them. But anyway, we'll get to that. Hey, listen, man, let's get ready to get up out of here for tonight. Thank everybody that's joined us for the show. Rate, comment, subscribe, share the show, man. Next week's show, we are talking about infidelity. And can you come back after, experiencing infidelity in relationships? Is that something that you can come back from? We'll be playing this particular clip right here.
You brought your ass all the way back here just for this?
He's just my friend.
He's not your friend. The other guy was your friend too. Everybody's your friend. Nobody's your friend without your husband being involved. None of my female friends are my friends and don't know my wife.
There you go. So we're going to get into that clip right there, man. So we're going to talk about infidelity and relationships. And, when we talking infidelity, I got to bring up, there's a difference because there's disrespectful cheating and then there's respectful cheating.
And shout out to that because I'm watching Love and Marriage Huntsville right now, like from the beginning.
Oh,
shout out to Melody. I feel like Melody is a stand-up. Like
Melanie Holt.
Melody Holt. Shout out to you.
First of all, Melanie's a beautiful woman. Number one.
Shout out to Melody Holt.
Yeah, shout out to Melanie. I'm with you. I'm on that little bit. Yeah. There's disrespectful cheating and then there's respectful cheating. And sometimes if you just being disrespectful, I think there's no coming back from. But we'll deal with it next week, though, man. Yeah, join us next Wednesday. Join us on Tuesday as well. We'll have a show up for y'all on Tuesday. You got to subscribe so you know what we're talking about. But come on and check us out on Wednesday, man. No Strings Attached. We talking infidelity in relationships and whatever else pops off. If a rapper does some wild shit, we'll talk about that as well. We talk about relationships and the culture. We thank y'all for joining us. We up out of here tonight. Hold on, but we were talking about tonight. We were talking about specifically. We're talking about being submissive. So it's only right that I end the show.
But wait, before you end, don't forget your photos. Don't forget to insinuate your neck when you're having a drink. Pinky's down instead. This is not fly. Pinky's down.
Shit. He said give neck. Give neck. What I'm saying is that you should do this right here. Shout out to Beyonce, Kelly, and Michelle.